a man among men, like women want him, men want to be him. This is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mignogna.
Men want to be him. I can't. It's too funny.
You are a twisted creature. You're twisted, but I love you. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to see some familiar faces. I recognize some people from some other places and times, and I love that. I love it. Sorry?
How many calls have I been to with you?
Not enough. Not enough conventions. We need to see more of you. Absolutely. I'm gonna do my best to stay sharp and frosty here because I'm gonna tell you my funny little bozo story. A couple of weeks ago, I was contacted by a radio show that has a big syndicated radio show late at night called The Other Side of Midnight. They're in 120 different countries. It's a big syndicated show. And they wanted to talk about the Star Trek production. And I said, sure. And they said, well, here's the only downside. The show's at midnight. And I'm like, hey, I'm a night owl, right? I'll do that. So I said, okay. And I wrote it down in my calendar that I was gonna do this show. So yesterday, the last 3 days I've been here in Florida, actually in South Georgia, at my Star Trek studio, working on our show. And yesterday afternoon, I got a message from this woman said, just wanted to touch base and make sure you're ready for the show tonight. And I was like, oh no. I'm on the eastern side of the country. It's not going to be at midnight. It's going to be at 3 a.m. And then they told me that it was a 2-hour radio show. And I was like, oh my God, I was just melting right there. So last night, we worked all day in our studio, and then we went to Applebee's, and we had a great dinner, and then I went back to my hotel room and sat there and tried to stay awake until 3 a.m. And then they called on Skype, and I did this radio show for 2 hours till 5 a.m. And then I went to sleep at 5:30, and my alarm went off at 8:30 because I needed to drive here because I had to be at an autograph session at 1 o'clock. So I am propped up right now. So don't judge me too harshly if I seem a little off. All right? I'm just very glad to be here. I haven't been to AFO in so long. I know I've met a lot of you at MegaCon.
Yeah.
And I love that show, but I love the people that put this show on, and I love seeing familiar faces from this area any chance I get. So I'm very happy you're here. Before I forget, let me tell some of you I've already gotten to meet at the autograph session. But others of you I haven't gotten to meet yet, and I'll be here today and tomorrow and Sunday morning. A lot of you wrote me and you asked me if I was going to be bringing any of my music CDs. Some of you may or may not know that I write and produce music professionally. I've been doing it twice as long as I've been voice acting. And I have those at the autograph session, I brought them. And I also have a live concert DVD. This is special because the music is great. It's from Full Metal, Dean Angel, or in High School, Dragon Ball Z, and also the concert, the video is great. It's just a fun concert with a live audience at a convention in Houston, Texas. Intelligent lighting, fog machines, fancy concert type stuff. But the very fun thing is that there is a bonus feature on this concert DVD where when we were making Full Metal Alchemist, the very first one, 10 years ago, you know this is the 10th anniversary of Full Metal Alchemist?
Wow.
2016 is the 10th anniversary. That's terrifying.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I can't believe it. But when we were making it, I was having so much fun, and I just loved that little pipsqueak so much. And I decided that I wanted to cosplay.
Yeah.
So I called some of the other voice actors from Full Metal, and we got together one weekend in Houston, Texas, and we shot something called Full Metal Fantasy.
Yeah.
She knows about it because she has it, but basically it's voice actors cosplaying as their characters.
Yeah.
And here's my Edward Elric, you ready? The people in the back got that. But we made this great little live action movie, and I only showed it at conventions that I would go, like in a Q&A session like this, or if I did a live concert. But it was never available anywhere else. You couldn't get it anywhere. And so finally, I decided that maybe when I put this concert DVD together, I decided maybe it was time to make it available to people that wanted to see it. So it's on the concert DVD, which I will have at my Q&A sessions. If that sounds like something that would give you a chuckle, come by and grab one, and I would be very happy to sign it for you. I'm working on a lot of new things right now. In fact, you know what? I decided that I should make a list, because I always forget. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go down this list super fast, unless I get distracted. And some of these shows you may know, and some of you may not. Unbreakable Machine Dog. Exactly. Space Dandy.
Yeah.
Carnival. Tokyo Raven. Maji. Sailor Moon. Rock Lee. Oh my gosh. You guys know Rock Lee? You don't know Rock Lee? Okay, I have to tell you my Rock Lee story, okay? So several years ago, when Naruto started, I auditioned for a character named Orochimaru.
What?
And I thought I was going to get it. And I love you, so creepy, right? Orochimaru is so creepy. You know what I mean, don't you? And I thought I was going to get it, but then they ended up casting Steve Bloom, who is a dear friend of mine. Awesome. No problem there. He's awesome. So years later, I get a call from the studio that made Naruto, that dubbed it into English, and they said, we've got this other show called Rock Lee and His Friends. And it's chibi versions of all of the Naruto characters, and it's pure, like, wacky hijinks. And Steve Bloom is not able to play Orochimaru. And they said, we're going to send you a recording of Steve's Orochimaru, and we want you to send us back your best imitation. Because obviously they wanted it to sound like people were used to the voice sounding. So they did, and I sent them my best Steve Bloom Orochimaru, and so I got to play Orochimaru after all, after like 8 years of missing out on him, and he's fun. Where was it? Okay, Rock Lee, Sailor Moon, Rock Lee, free?
Yeah.
Come on, you swimmers, come on. Okay, now I have to tell you my free story, okay? So, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, hold on, let me let them know. Hold on one second. Please pause for this commercial break.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vic Mignogna!
So, here's my free story. What is Reen's character's, like, what's his animal?
Shark.
Right? Shark, okay. I love sharks. I love sharks. She's a shark. I was drawn to it, I didn't even know she had a shark. Okay, I love sharks. Ever since Jaws came out, you guys. Sharks. When I was in high school and Jaws came out, every research paper I wrote about sharks. I loved sharks so much. So my senior year in high school, my mom moved to Ocean City, Maryland. Beautiful vacation town right on the ocean. Well, there's a bridge that goes across from the mainland to Ocean City. So one night, I was home for the summer, and I was fishing off the bridge. And I was there with my friend, and our fishing poles hanging off the bridge. And the bridge is like, you know, like 30 feet, 40, 50 feet off the water. So we're fishing, and all of a sudden, my pole goes, and I didn't know what I hooked, but it was too heavy to reel it up, you know what I mean, straight up. So I started walking it down the bridge, and every time I get to a light pole, I go, until I got to the shore where the water met the land, and I reeled him in, and it was a baby sand shark.
Oh.
Like this big. It was the cutest thing ever! I was in love. He was so little, his teeth were so small, he couldn't hurt you, right? Like, I would put my finger in his mouth, and he'd go, but he didn't hurt. Like, who gets to be attacked by a shark and it doesn't hurt? Like, I was in love with him, and I'm like, I'm keeping him. I'm going to have a pet shark. I'm going to be the only human who has a pet shark. And I took him back home.
God.
And I filled up a tub of water, and I put him in the tub. And I named him Sherman. Sherman the shark. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? And so I would tell my friends, yeah, I have a shark. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I have a shark. Pet shark. Loved it. Well, like 2 or 3 days after I found Sherman and I put him in the tub, suddenly, he's not moving very much. And I'm like, Sherman, you know, tapping the tub with my boot, and he would move, but he was just not doing well. And it was at that point that I suddenly put it together that sharks live in salt water, not bathtub water. So I'm like, oh no, I might have killed Sherman. I need to take him back, right? Take him back. So my cousin Robin picked up one handle of the bucket, and I picked up the other handle, and we walked him like a funeral march. We walked him out to the surf. We took him out to the Atlantic Ocean, and I sat the tub down on the sand, and I picked him up, and I'm like, bye, Sherman. You know, go live and be free, and sorry. And I put him in the surf, and he tried to swim away, but he was so weak and tiny that every time a wave would come in, it would shove him right back into the shore. And I was like,
Oh, God.
oh my gosh, it was painful to watch him struggling. And I thought, what can I do? What do I do? So you know what I did? I picked him up, and I just started walking out into the water, right? Just wading out, deeper, deeper, till I was like this. And then I went, okay, bye, one more time. And then I put him underneath the water, and he swam away. I often dream that he's attacking a fishing boat somewhere right now. That's my boy. And so I love sharks. So when I was cast to play Ring in Free, I was super stoked because I love sharks so much. See how I get distracted? Okay, back to my list. Free Brothers Conflict? Oh my gosh, you guys. Have you ever heard about what a jerk I am? You've heard that rumor? Well, this character is a major jerk. This character in Brothers Conflict is a pure jerk, and he's so fun. He's fun to play. Durarara?
Yeah.
Black Butler? Oh my gosh, I have to tell you my Black Butler story. So I auditioned for Black Butler back at the beginning, before there was a Black Butler. And I like, there was a British accent, like, oh, I can do this. And I recorded this audition, and I sent it into Colleen Klinkenbeard, and she goes, okay, your audition's great, but your accent sucks. So I didn't get anything. I was like, darn it. Well, then the second season came along. And they called me and they said, we want you to audition for Claude. She knows who Claude is. So I auditioned for Claude, and I'm like, this time, right? This time, I'm gonna nail that flippant accent. I'm gonna make it, it's gonna be so good. They're gonna think that I hired somebody from England to do it. Like, and I even had some of my British friends like listen to my audition to see if it was okay. And they're like, oh my gosh, sounds great. You sound great, mate. So I sent it in, and they called me and like, yeah, the audition was great, but your accent still sucks. It's still bad. I'm like, what? No. So I'm like, doggone it. I'm never gonna get to be a stupid black butler. So then Book of Circus comes along. And I thought, I'm not gonna get anything, my stupid accent sucks. And so I sent in a couple of auditions, and if the British accent wasn't bad enough for the first 2 seasons, this is all Cockney. Like everybody talks Cockney. So it's like just worse, you know? And so I auditioned and I got cast in a small role in Black Butler in Book of Circus. So I'm very excited about that after all of that drama. Heroic Legend of Arslan, Garo, Rage of Bahamut, Show by Rock. Anybody know Show by Rock? So adorable. Have you seen it? It's so adorable. The fun thing about Show by Rock is that the character that I play, his name is Shuzo. Shuzo in Japanese is played by an actor named Mamoru Mayano. Now that's important because Mamoru Mayano also plays Rin in Free. And he also plays Zero in Vampire Night.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And he also plays Tamaki in Horror in High School.
Oh my.
So basically, I'm stalking this poor Japanese guy. He doesn't even know it. I'm just following him around and playing his roles in English. What else? Ruby? Love me some Ruby. I love Ruby. Lord Marksman of Venatus, Ladybug, God Eater, that's a video game. Battle Battalion, video game. Escaflowne. You know Escaflowne? Yeah, like old school. We're redubbing Escaflowne. Funimation is redubbing it. But what's really special about it is, I play this older brother, and guess who plays my younger brother?
Oh my God. Don't dare.
Aaron Disney.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like the brothers are together again.
That's too funny.
Brother. That's what he sounds like now.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
That's good funny. World of Winks, Tonari, Utawari, Anti-Gang, Noah Zero, Pillars. You know that? You're just doing that just to tease me, aren't you? You've never even heard of it. Woo! Digimon.
Yeah.
Charlotte, Rio Rainbow Cafe, what?
Charlotte.
Charlotte? Yeah, I love you. Thank you for noticing. Anything. World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to tell you my World of Warcraft story. Yes! So, my agency in LA probably sent me like 40 auditions for World of Warcraft characters. And I would, every once in a while I'd get one and I'd be like, oh, this is good. Like, I wasn't really great for that one. I didn't really feel good about that one, but this one, like, I felt good about it. There would be, every once in a while, I would really feel good about it. But no matter how good I felt about it, I never got one. Just never got cast in World of Warcraft. And I was starting to kind of get discouraged. So one day they sent me an audition, and this is one of the funny things about agencies. They'll send you auditions for things like they pulled it out of a freaking hat, and they have no idea who you are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, here, Vic, we want you to go audition for this very, very large woman. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to get cast as that. You know what I mean? But they don't even pay me attention. Like, we want you to audition for such and such. And I'm like, that's not at all me. You know what I mean? Like, I would never get cast in that. And that's what I was getting a lot with World of Warcraft. But even when I got ones that I thought I did a good job with, I still wasn't getting them. So one day I get an audition for this orc. He's like one of the baddest orcs. His name is Ner'zhul. Anybody know who this is? He is a bad mofo. And they sent me this description. He's 35 feet tall, and he's this huge. And I'm like, I'm never gonna get cast as this. Listen to my voice. Chris Sabat will get cast as that. Somebody will, but not this guy, right? It's like Armstrong in Full Metal, right? I can pretend, I can fake an Armstrong, right?
Behold, my beautiful artistic alchemy!
But I'm not going to get cast as that when you've got a Chris Sapp. He's got the voice for that. You look at Ner'zhul and you're like, nobody's going to cast me for this. What a waste of my time, right? Why even record an audition? But I thought, you know what? I'm going to record it and I'm going to do the lowest, literally the description said, a very deep voice character. I'm like, do they even know who I am? So I recorded this audition, and as I was recording it, and I was doing it as low as I could, I'm still like, this sucks, I'm not gonna get this. Might as well be a British accent, you know what I mean? And just before I hit the send button, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna use Pro Tools and I'm gonna pitch shift the audition like 2 semitones. Down, lower, like, so it's inhuman low, right? And I sent them both auditions, just so you know, I wasn't like dishonest. I didn't like send it to them and go, yeah, this is what I sound like. I sent them the real one, and then I sent them the second one, and I said, this one has been pitched, so that they would know. Guess what happened? They cast me as Ner'zhul. So I go into the studio, and I feel like this could still be a mistake. Like maybe they still don't realize that they made a mistake. That this is, that it was like pitched down. That's not my natural voice. So I went into the studio and I said, hi, and they're like, hi, so we loved your audition. It was so perfect, Ner'zhul. Everybody at Blizzard loves it. And I was like, yeah, okay, really? Really, I'm honored, really. Now you know, they're like, I can't, they said this, I swear, they're like, I can't believe that voice comes out of you! Because this is what I sound like normally. And I'm like, yeah, about that. You know that I pitched the audition down, right? And the producer was like, oh yeah, we know. And I was like, she's like, that's what we loved about it. We had other people that had lower voices that auditioned for it, but there was something when you pitched it, it becomes inhuman. It just adjusts it enough to make it unnatural. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound like any guy off the street who has a low voice. There's something particularly scary and creepy about it. So I recorded it, and when I did, I had them like run my microphone through the pitch shift and then back to my headphones so that as I was doing the lines, I could hear what it sounded like. Because you talk differently when you sound different, you know? As soon as I heard my voice like that, I started slowing down and biting the words a little bit more. You know what I mean? And which you wouldn't have done if you weren't hearing the result of that, you know? So, see how I get distracted? So that was my World of Warcraft story. What else? Oh my gosh, Star Trek Online. You know there's a big, huge video game, online video game for Star Trek. And I get to play a role in that. There's that one and that one that I'm not allowed to talk about yet. Aww. Oh, believe me, I want to. Skip Beat, you guys know about Skip Beat? That's a great show. 7 Nights, Mobile Legends. So that's about it. So those are things that I've been working on recently, or am working on now, in addition to my Star Trek series. And I want you to promise me that you'll come see my episode. Are you gonna come? I want you to promise that you're gonna come see. We're screening our latest episode of Star Trek Continues tonight here at AFO. I'll be there, and I believe Todd and Ruben will be there because they're both in the episode. It's a great episode. We have rebuilt the entire soundstage from the original series of Star Trek, and we make episodes as if the show never ended. It looks and feels and sounds I'm not kidding. I would not tell you this if it were not so. You'll feel like you're watching episodes that somehow got lost in a vault somewhere. and I'm getting to fulfill my childhood dream of playing Captain Kirk. So please come, because the whole thing is a labor of love. The whole thing is a giant love letter to Star Trek. Yes, my dear.
I have a deathly galiophobia, which means a fear of sharks.
You have a fear of sharks? Well, you know, I don't think you're alone, probably.
Do you have any tips on how I can possibly get
Do I have any tips? Don't go in the water. Hey, what's that movie that just came out? People tell me is amazing.
The Shallows.
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 It's good.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I heard it's really awesome. And I heard that you're supposed to watch it, and then you're supposed to go into the ocean. This is what I was told.
You're supposed
Yes.
to watch it. Go there.
Speaking of Star Trek 50, what are the effects of the recent thing with the pyramid?
Well, we're hoping to be able to finish what we've started. There have been some recent developments because of another fan production, and I don't want to get into it because it makes me too angry.
Yeah.
But there's another fan production that raised a lot of money from the fans, and then they stole it, basically. They didn't make what they promised to make. They pocketed it, which you're not allowed to do. And so there have been some repercussions just in general because of that. But that's not us. And we have been very good stewards of the fans' donations. We have 7 full-length episodes to prove it. And we have a very good relationship with CBS. And we've raised money to make a few more episodes. And I am optimistic that we're going to get to at least finish our series, which is what we're planning to do. Yes, sir?
Just to say, if we ask questions, either let me stick a mic in the
Oh yeah, you know what? If you have a question, raise your hand, and this wonderful man will come and give you the mic so that we can all hear your question.
And online, because we are streaming it that way, so folks at home be like, Rick's like, yes! What are they saying?
That's right.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
It's a quick question. What time is the showing?
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. I don't even know what room it's in.
Panel room 1.
Panel 1.
Thank you.
Please come. I promise you'll enjoy it.
And I promise. Todd will not be there because I think he missed his flight.
That's
right, unless we push it back.
It's for the best, really. Todd misses more flights than he catches, I think. But that's okay. It's okay. He'll be here soon enough. But I think Ruben will be there. And Ruben's in the episode. And I want you to come. And I'm Captain frickin' Kirk. So I am personally inviting you to come and see it, all right? Yes?
Since you voiced both Zero and Ichiro to get you, and I know Ichiro's kind of gone, if Ichiro were alive, what advice do you think he would give Zero right now?
I'm sorry, say that one more time, sweetie.
Since you voiced both Ichiro and Zero, if Ichiro were alive, what advice do you think he would give Zero?
Oh my gosh. That's hard. You asked me this at the autograph session, and I didn't know the answer then. You know, I did Vampire Night several years ago, and I remember really, really loving that show. And I think what I loved the most about it was playing the 2 roles, playing twin brothers that had different personalities. I want to know, can I ask you, what would you think? What do you think would be a good thing for Ichiro to tell Zero?
To keep going, probably, because Zero is somebody Ichiro's dead that's scarred him pretty much, because he just got his brother back, and now he's gone and kind of blames himself. Ichiro probably keeps going and fight for you.
Not to blame himself and to just keep moving forward.
Keep going.
Sounds like the pipsqueak.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It sounds a little bit like, yeah, it sounds a little bit like something I would say. Okay, that's my answer. What she said. Yes, ma'am.
So I just want to say you did an awesome job with Crow and Ruby. And what was it like going into Rooster Teeth and playing a character like that?
Okay, I love you for thinking that I went into Rooster Teeth, because the actual fact is, I've never been there. Okay, wait, it gets even worse. I've never seen Ruby. Yeah. I've never met the actors. I don't know anything about it. No, here's the truth. Well, here's my answer. I was doing a convention in Australia, and the Rooster Teeth people were guests at the convention. I had no idea who they were. I just didn't. I mean, and they came up to me and they said, hey, you know, they introduced themselves and they said, we do this show that we created called Ruby. And I said, oh, very cool. And they said, would you like to see some of the artwork? And I said, I would. And they pulled out an iPad and they showed me some of the animated artwork. And I was like, wow. I mean, a lot of fan stuff that I see is, you know, doesn't really look really professional, but theirs looked really great. I was like, wow, this is impressive. So after we got back from Australia, a few weeks later, they emailed me and they said, would you like to play a role in this show? And I said, you know what? I would love that. So they said, we want you to play this role of Uncle Crow. He's Ruby's uncle. And they said, we're going to send you the script with your lines and just record them and send them back to us. So I talked to them a little bit about what kind of character they wanted to be, and I sent them a couple of lines with different voices. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of an attitude does he have? What do you want him to sound like? I mean, you want him to sound like this, or do you want him to sound like this? What do you want? What do you want? So I let them decide, and once they decided, they sent me the full script, and I just recorded all the lines, and I gave them a couple different versions of each line, right? Because I don't know what's going on. For instance, if there's a scene where Crow says to somebody that's standing right in front of him, if the line is, what do you want? And so I would record, what do you want? Right? But what if the line is supposed to be to that guy back there? What do you want? Right? Same line, different performance. So you have to know. And so I would send them multiple versions of every line, and then they would choose the one they like, and then they would animate to it, and that's how they did Ruby. And I've heard it's really good, and I really want to see it bad, but I've not gotten the chance to really, I haven't been to Rooster Teeth. Really? God bless you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for that. You know what? Every time I see a Crow cosplayer, does anybody here follow me on Twitter?
I think so.
You follow me? I always send pictures of Crow. I always put up pictures of Crow. If I go to a convention and I see a Crow cosplayer, I take a picture of him and put it up. Chris, do you have a question from somebody?
I just have a statement and a question, if that's fine. I've been wanting to see you for about 10 years.
Where have you been? I've been stalking you. You're the Japanese voice actor guy. You're the only two people I stalk.
My question is, I got into Full Metal Alchemist recently. Can you please do a line for us, please?
From Full Metal? Do you have something in particular that you like?
Like whenever someone insults you?
Why do people always want screaming time?
Oh my God, I love it.
I could break your camera with the intensity of the short round. She says, please do. Please do. Say it twice. Okay, let's set this up properly, okay? Look, he's already turned it down. Don't worry, I wouldn't do that to you, man. I can already hear the volume going down. He's like, he's gonna scream any minute, I know. No, I got you covered. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to say,
You're short.
I want you to say, who's that little short kid over there? Okay? Or who's that little shorty over there? You ready?
Who's that little shorty over there?
Who you calling a
I'm dying inside. It's done. I'm
Nice
done.
to meet you.
It hurts.
Why does anyone ever say, hey, could you do one of those really quiet, soft lines that it does? You never see that.
I'm dead. I'm done. That was great.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Let's talk
Phenomenal.
about comic.
Oh, comic is great.
We enjoy those kind of things.
That's
Not the
funny.
screaming short rants. Hi.
Hi. I've wanted to meet you for a really long time because I think you're such an amazing voice
Has it been more than 10 years? Because I I think you two should fight.
I got into anime actually pretty recently. I think it was in 7th grade. And
Oh my
right now I'm in
gosh.
9th grade. I'm 15. And
What's your name?
my name's Al. My name's Alice.
Nice to meet you, Alice.
Hi.
Finally, it's a
Like
pleasure.
Al.
And also the thing. What do you think of my rose?
I love your rose. That's the rose of death, isn't it? Isn't it? Like the white rose? What does
It's
white
Tommy's
mean?
rose.
Is it really?
Yes.
Don't worry, my princess.
God, oh my God.
All roses are beautiful when you're holding them. That just happened. Yeah, my dear.
That's why fangirls come here. That's why. You're making me one of them.
May I ask
Not
you a
fair.
question? Have you ever been entertained by a real host?
Oh my God. I can't. I'm laughing so much.
Answer from your heart.
Oh my God, I can't do this. I'm gonna just record it and
My
stuff.
heart's just jumping up right now.
May I ask you another
Oh
question?
my God, is this really
Do
happening?
you like Commoner's coffee?
Dying inside.
As long as you're drinking it with me.
Oh, yeah. You're awesome. Thank you.
Oh my God, I love
Chris,
it.
do you have somebody?
Yeah, so many questions. Ooh, Mignogna! Hold on, please! Whisper sweet
That was so
and
I don't know, whisper sweet short rants into my ear.
Oh my God.
Who are you calling
Oh,
a
God.
pipsqueak midget?
That was
This doesn't work the same, does it? Who are you calling a microscopic being? Hi.
Hi, first off,
I like your shirt.
Okay, it's a pretty shirt.
I like it.
First off, I have to sympathize with Edward because I'm actually his age. And I've been
Are you really?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 4'11".
I love it.
I'm 4'11".
You're a hero to short people.
Yeah, so I know what he has to go through sometimes, but in Black Butler, the character that you voiced,
Yes.
he's for the Noah's Ark circus. What are your opinions on them? I know that they're kind of evil and all, but I kind of sympathize with them a lot.
I do too. I did too. Like the whole circus thing, you know, like it's a rough life, you know what I mean?
Oh, God,
I agree.
intense.
I'm with you. I agree. I think you're right. I totally agree. I kind of feel bad for them a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of times evil characters, I sympathize with them a lot.
Well, here's the thing. You know what, sweetheart? If they're done well, if an evil character is done well, then there should be an element of sympathy for them. And here's why. Because nobody sets out to be evil. In fact, a truly evil person doesn't think they're evil. They actually think they're doing something, the right thing. And then they go too far down this path and they feel like there's no redemption. And they feel like there's no way out. You know what I mean? Envy. I mean, I hated envy the whole time I was recording Full Metal Alchemist until I found out Envy's story. Until I realized why Envy felt the way that he did. And I'm like, damn, I get that. You know, like, wow, I can imagine that would be a very, very hard thing to bounce back from, you know? So, if a character is done well, if a bad guy is written well, created well, and written well, then there should be an element of, man, this is a really bad dude, but I kind of feel bad, sorry, because this happened, and because they don't understand this, or they misread this, or, you know, they're so wrong about this and they don't see it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm with you, that's a great question, thank you.
As then, you're going to him?
Yeah, I'll go to him.
All right, okay, cool, and I'll come to you.
Okay, so I learned from John at the autograph signing that you're from Pittsburgh,
Yes.
because I'm from Philadelphia.
Nice.
What's your opinion of Philadelphia?
Sounds like a setup, doesn't it? What's your opinion of Philadelphia? I was in Philadelphia actually just a few months ago. I like your cheesesteak. What's your opinion of Philadelphia? Do you think it's like kick-ass, best city ever?
Best city in the world.
Is it? Do you really feel that way? Good for you, man. I really enjoyed Pittsburgh. But you know what? I got to tell you the truth. When I lived in Pittsburgh, when I grew up there, it was crummy. Like it was gritty, steel, steel mill, manufacturing, industrial city. It was, dark and smoggy and, you know what I mean? Hard, But now they've turned, as they're doing with a lot of downtown areas, they've turned it into this beautiful place, destination spot with wonderful restaurants and beautiful architecture and gardens and layouts. It's beautiful. Do they have something like that in Philadelphia?
Yeah, we're starting to.
There you go, see? Well, see, we love our cities, right? Yes?
2 questions. One, would you recommend Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? I've seen Full Metal Alchemist, but not Brotherhood.
Really?
Yeah.
You are in the minority, my friend. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
And you like it. Don't you like being in the minority? I can tell.
Well, would you recommend it?
Yeah, well, here's what I would say about that. People ask me that all the time. They're like, which one do you like better? Which one do you think's better? Here's my answer. When I recorded Brotherhood, I didn't kind of see it as another show. To me, as Ed, it felt more like a continuation. Like, oh my gosh, this is great. Ed gets to go to new places. Ed gets to meet new people. Ed gets to wear new clothes. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, he wasn't wearing the same thing. And to me, it was like the further adventures, of the Full Metal Alchemist. And most people I've ever talked to really like Brotherhood best. It's a deeper, grittier, harder-hitting story. It actually has an ending, as opposed to one that doesn't. And I get that. However, I have a very, very special place in my heart for the original. Yes. As you would imagine, right? Because the first time you meet these characters, for me, the first time I met them and fell in love with them, you can't replace that. It's like your first love, You'll go on to love many people after that, but there will always be a special place in your heart for that very first experience. And Full Metal I had probably recorded 30 or 40 anime series by the time I got cast in Full Metal. But there was something special about this one. It grabbed me, that's why I cosplayed, that's why I made the little live action thing, because nothing had ever grabbed me the way Full Metal did. You don't forget that. And even if you do multiple versions of the show, and you play the character for, 10 years, there's always a place in your heart for the original. And that's how I feel about that. So, yes?
So, could you do this big line that Tom Cruise says?
I'm sorry?
Can you do a big line that Tom Cruise says?
A big line?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's on your phone?
Audition right here. Come on, read this.
And read it in a British accent.
I do terrible British accent ever. Come on.
Let me see. Oh, I remember this. This anime is obviously a romantic school comedy. Haruhi and I are the main characters, so that means we are love interests. You boys are the homosexual supporting cast.
I love it.
This has been a panel for the
What are we, boss? Oh, hi. Oh my gosh, what a cute voice.
I was wondering if you could switch lives with any of the characters you voiced, who would it be and why?
If I could switch lives with any of the characters that I voice, wow. I've always wanted to be Tom McKee. I've always wanted to be like that smooth and, you know what I mean, and just kind of melt people, but that's unrealistic. So, you know what I would say? Probably, I don't know. I'd like to be a taller version of Ed.
But Ed grows.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Ed because I like you know what? I like that he has a brother that he loves, and I like that he has all these cool powers. And I like that he's only 15. He has his whole life ahead of him. So I'm gonna go with that.
I thought you said wives at first. I was like, that is a weird question, but go ahead and answer that. Which wives would you switch with? I was like, oh, that's really interesting.
Welcome to Salt Lake City, everyone. Yes. Hi.
Okay, two things. Can I have a hug? And second, can you prank call Todd?
Okay, first of all, I'm totally hugging you. Get over here. Are you a good hugger? We shall see.
Oh, he's a great hugger.
Okay, sure.
Great hugger.
As for calling Todd, that's Todd's thing. He likes to call me. Have you ever been in one of his panels? He does that all the time. He'll call me, and whenever I know he's at a convention, and my phone rings and it says Habercorn, I'm like, hello? And then I hear all these kids go, rah! And he's like, hey man, I'm here at this convention, they wanted to say hello to you.
You're gonna be Todd tonight, or is that a thing like someone else to Todd?
I'll be Todd tonight, yes. I love Natsu. Natsu's the best role I think I ever played.
Oh,
really
God.
did a better job with Edward Elric, too.
So I haven't heard any of your music yet.
What?
Like, am I performing one? Or maybe a chorus?
What are the odds of that? Did I come over here and say to him, hey, I might want to do a song? Let's see. Which one should I do?
The Angel.
I give up.
Yeah.
Got real mad.
Yeah.
Real.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to playlists and I'm going to tracks. Okay, you got it up? Okay, here by request. Here's your long distance request and dedication. Bring it up. Bring it up. How can I repay you, brother mine? How can I expect you to forgive? Clinging to the past, I shed our blood, shattered your chance to live. Though I knew the laws, I paid no heed. How can I return your wasted breath? What I did not know has cost you dear, for there is no cure for death. Beautiful mother, soft and sweet, once you were gone, we were not complete. Back through the years, we reached for you. Alas, was not meant to be. And how can I make amends for all that I took from you? I led you with hopeless dreams. My brother, I was a fool. Instrumental breakdown. Any violin players in here? This is you playing this right now. Don't cry for the past now, sister mine. Neither you nor I are free from blame. Nothing can erase the things we did, for the path we took was the same. Beautiful mother, soft and sweet, once you were gone, we were not complete. Back through the years, we reached for you. Alas, So then, we could always do a little... What? Oh, okay. Hold on. Is it here? Ready? Kick it up.
Oh my God, yes!
We're doing this!
Yes! Yes!
You better be ready, because I'm gonna make you sing it with me. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Bow, 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 bow. You know this song? You know it? You know it? I'm gonna make you sing it. You know it? You know it? In a smoky room, the sunlight and cheap perfume. For the night, when the night it goes on and on and on and on. Strangers, waiting up and down the boulevard and shadows, sunshine in the night. Ready? Living just to find emotion, somewhere in the night.
Woo!
Oh, I know what it is. I bet I'm getting a call or something. Ready? We up? Don't stop believing.
Hold on, you got evil.
Don't stop believing. That's like getting Rickroll, only journey.
It was Vic rolled.
Oh! He shoots, he scores. That was good. Don't make me pull out Rick Astley on you, because I will totally. Right? Never gonna give you up. Alright, Maka, do you have a question for me?
Never gonna run around and destroy you.
Who has a question? Anybody?
Right in front of you. She did. She did.
Oh,
Wait. No,
so-
yeah, her, yes.
Oh, you! Hold on, and stay away from my daughter.
If you could start a host club, would you?
Yes. Ask me who would be in it. Me. Ask me who else. Nobody. I know you're thinking that's not a host club. Well, it is for me. My host club. Ask me if Todd would be in it. No. I would totally start a host club. Why wouldn't you love that? Can I tell you guys something about the host club? Do you know what's really cool about the host club? Is that people think, like on the surface, people think that like the boys just want to entertain the girls, right? That's not what it's about at all. It's about these guys that are outcasts in their own ways, and Tamaki is like the head outcast. And he has no family, right? He has no relationship with his family. Like he even talks about his grandma hates him, and you know, they're all from these rich families that are very cold and very unaffectionate. Tamaki started the host club to have the family that he never had.
True.
He started that club to be surrounded by a little family, make his own little group of friends that would look out for each other, take care of each other. That's the whole reason for the host club. It had nothing to do with flirting with and romantic girls and all of that stuff. That was just like on the surface. It was much more about having this group that was like a family that he wanted so bad. Question? You have somebody?
I like this show. It's on YouTube channel. It's called Hot Pepper Gaming Show. And
It's called what?
It's called Hot Pepper Gaming Show.
Hot Pepper Gaming Show? Anything that has the word hot peppers in it, I love it.
Well, I saw Todd Havercorn, and I was wondering if you might be interested in doing it. I'd love to see.
Did Todd do it?
Yes. So what you do is you review a game, and you're eating an habanero pepper or a ghost pepper.
Oh my gosh, really? I'm always eating those, so all I have to do is add the game part.
Is there any way we could see you on there?
Possibly, you know what? I'll look into that. Because Lord knows I love me some spicy food. I love hot stuff. The hotter, the better. Like I go to this Thai place near Funimation. When I first started recording there, and we would break for lunch, there was a Thai place down the street. And I went to the Thai place, and I ordered something, and the lady said, "Would you like medium, hot, Thai hot?" And I said, "I want kill me hot." Can I have that? Burn me hot? And they never believe you the first time, right? They don't want to waste the food, so they never believe you. So they bring it out, and it's not that hot. And then second or third time is when they start getting it. I love, oh my gosh, love me some spicy hot peppers. Oh yeah. Hi. You have somebody?
I have one here, but then it'll be the last question to you. So we'll ask her, and then you get to choose the very last question.
Okay. What's the deal? No pressure.
Hi.
Hi.
I didn't know that you did a convention in Australia.
I've done several conventions in Australia.
I was wondering, because you keep saying your British accent's so bad, can you do Australian accent?
No. That's all I know is the word no has 3 syllables in Australia. That's all I know. It's no. You know what? I'm really bad with accents. I just think I am. I think I am. I think I am. I can do like imitations. You know what I mean? Like imitations of accents. But I don't think like if somebody was really going to cast somebody that's supposed to be from that place, I don't think I'm that good. What? You thought it was? Oh no, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good.
I'm from Australia.
Good eye, really? Good on you, mate. I like it. I've done some for fun, but I never really feel like I'm not good at it.
I cannot right now.
Oh, just did. Just didn't think so. So, wait a minute. This is the last one. I just remembered. Okay, it really needs to be a good one. Who is quite certain that if they have a really good question, not a loud screaming line, please say this, not anything, but really a good one. Are you sure? No pressure now. Everybody's like, no, I don't have a question actually. My arm's just stuck here. What's your question?
Would you invite the pervy sage to the host club?
Not a chance. That was an easy question. Let's go again. Okay, Soul, I've been giving you a hard time. Bring your good question.
Mocker really missed her father. Could you fawn over her for a second?
Oh my god.
That's not true. Maka hates her dad. I know this for a fact. Maka! Maka! Your dad loves you so much. That guy's a pervert.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, I think I'm out of time, aren't I?
Yes, sir.
You guys, I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I don't even know what the schedule is, but I certainly hope to see you at whatever I'm doing this weekend, okay? Autographs tomorrow, Star Trek, 6 o'clock tonight. You guys come be there. I promise you'll enjoy it. Thank you so much.